I know this is a terrible angle, and I know the audio's bad because I'm in the car, but if I don't record this now, I won't have time to record it. And I really wanted to talk about all of these newspaper reports in the last couple of days about how house prices are going to go up 25% in the next 5 years because estate agents say so, which is basically the headline, right? Two quotes, well-respected, close quotes, estate agency firms have put out their research. It's just prediction. And of course, they might be right, they might be wrong. But I wanted to just try to help bust the guff of all of these types of things. First and foremost, whenever any estate agent puts out housing market forecasts, they only do it because it gets them publicity. That's why they do it. That's why they go to the lengths to do it. And this has worked very well. I mean, this has been a fantastic PR coup for those estate agents, who I'm not going to mention because they don't deserve it, in my opinion, because they haven't actually added any value. And if anything, they are increasing the likelihood of buyers overpaying. So 25% house prices is going to go up in the next 5 years. Now, first of all, that's a sweeping average generalization statement. Why do they say it? Well, because in case you hadn't noticed, selling houses at the moment is harder than it's been. I actually had a very good estate agent say to me just a couple of days ago, I've never known it harder than it is now. Yes, their stuff's still selling, but it's harder to get it sold. It's harder to get it over the line. The deals are falling through. Transactions are taking longer. The fees are lower. It's never been this easy, never been this hard to sell a house. And so therein also is the motivation for these stories of like, oh, house prices are going to the moon. Now, let's just discuss 25% over 5 years and what that actually means. At an annual compounded rate, that's 3.7% a year. So if your house price went up 3.7% each year over 5 years, it would be 25% higher than it was at the start of the 5 years, because that's how compound interest works. Compound growth. That's not including inflation, and inflation's forecast by the OBR to be 2.5% next year. So 3.7% yearly minus 2.5% inflation is 1.2% actual real growth in value. So even if that happens, and I'm going to come on to why I don't think it's going to happen in a moment, it's not even as dramatic as it sounds. You know, it's not even that high, even if that does happen. But I don't think it's going to happen anyway, and here's why. Sorry, before I go into why I don't think it's going to happen, let me also say the following. These national average house price projections are never accurate for anybody because they're an average. Some people will have higher growth, some people will have lower growth. And it bears no relation to what's actually going to happen to individual people's house prices. Oh my God, it's a Montego estate. I haven't seen one of those in years. I actually used to have an MG Montego EFI saloon. It was a terrible car. Anyway, never mind that. I'm on the M6 going through the Dales, heading down to Liverpool. So yeah, these national figures are just designed to get publicity for the agent and to make buyers go, oh, quick, we should buy, otherwise we'll miss out on this meteoric rise. Disregard it. It may or may not be true, but it should not impact your moving decision. And if it does, it's doing it for the wrong reasons. Now, why do I think it's not going to happen? The number one driver, so the two reasons that they quote in this article, which, by the way, it's not actually properly researched. It's, well, we think interest rates are going to come down and mortgage rates are going to come down. And so that's one reason, number one, we think house prices are going to go up. And we think there's going to be a shortage of supply. So both of those things are baseless predictions, because there's nothing to say that mortgage rates are going to come down. Maybe they will, maybe they won't, but there's no cogent, reasoned argument as to why they will. So their whole projection is based on guesswork. And the second reason about shortage of supply, hello, it's 2024, even Rightmove is admitting that supply is at 10-year highs and rising, and there's more new property coming onto the market than there is selling, so supply is going up and up and up. So where do these guys get their information that they think supply is going to be constricted? Lack of supply. You know, it's just, those are the two, in my opinion, baseless, but not in my opinion, assumptions that whole press release story, and it's got headlines on the Express and the Mail and the this, that, the other. I mean, I find it amazing that journalists treat these price-puffing guff pieces with such credibility. Just because there's a posh name on the estate agent. I just honestly, I mean, it works. It's clickbait. Everybody wins. Agent gets PR. Newspapers get clicks. Everyone goes, oh, did you see that story that they're going to raise house prices? The house price is going to go up 25%. Did you see that? Did you see it? It was in the Daily Mail, so it must be true. And an estate agent said it, so it must be true. Oh, I pray for the days of better housing market journalism, better house price journalism in particular. So there you are, guys. I'm not saying they're wrong. They might be right. But I'm saying ignore these pieces because there's as much chance of them being right as there is of being wrong. But here's why I think they're wrong. Real house price growth only happens when there's real wage growth. And especially given the way that the current government is accelerating the destruction of our economy, businesses, growth, jobs and wages, if you were really going to argue what's going to happen to house prices based on what's going to happen to wages, they are going to continue sliding. So there's plenty of supply of houses. Wage growth is flatlining at best, and in real terms is unlikely to climb much in the next few years. Even the OBR's forecast says that. So I don't think it's going to happen either. I could be wrong. Don't base anything you do on what I'm saying. I'm saying ignore everything, ignore everyone. Only concern yourself with the market for the properties that you are actually looking at buying or selling, and disregard the guff, guys, especially when it's headline guff from baseless estate agency predictions. Thanks for enduring this noisy rant, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.